Hey YouTube, CSM10495 here. Completely random video. There's a script I wrote called the Oregon Trail Save Generator. And what it helps us do is it takes this classic game and helps us generate a game save for it. So what we can do is we can generate a game save with some ridiculous attributes just to make it a little easier and make it go a little faster, and we can see how fast we can go here. So let's run that little script just to see what happens, and I'll just kind of walk you through the very simple how you get it to work. See, the way I would do it is I would do Python-I to get into interactive mode on the script, and then just do save file structure.makesave. Now, what'll happen here is it'll prompt you for a bunch of attributes. So you can kind of set the current temperature, okay. Distance traveled, we'll say we've gone 1. Distance to landmark, 1. This will put us just behind the start. We're eating, well, if you put a wrong number in, it'll let you go through, and it's of course going to be interpreted by the game, so we'll have to see what happens. But in terms of pace, we want to go grueling as fast as possible. How many oxen do we want? I want the max number of oxen to make us go as fast as physically possible. I don't really think clothing does much. We'll give everyone a pair. We don't need any bullets. We'll get a couple wagon wheels, a couple axles, a couple tongues just in case. In terms of non-perishable food, we get 1,000 pounds, no perishable. Money and cents, we're decently wealthy. And we're going to be a teacher because, of course, that's supposed to be the hardest. I don't quite remember what these do, so let's just leave these as blank. Now these are going to be the names. So Charlie, that's me, and A, B, C, D. And we could say kind of the defaults for their state. So we're just going to say default for all of them so that they're not sick. And then this is a date string. It doesn't actually do anything. It's just what the game will present on startup. Placeholder year, 0. We'll set the current year to 2018. Month of the year, we'll make it 5. Day of the month, we'll make it 20 for something like May 20th. And then we get a printout of everything here. Now, while I'm kind of getting ready to load this up, the save generator is really just based off of the file format and kind of looking at a hex editor to kind of get an idea as to what the different numbers mean, just from making game saves. So anyway, now that we have the game, we have to turn the music on. And we'll have that going on in the background. I'll lower it just a little bit just because it might be a little loud. So we'll lower that. And now let's do a little load game and let's see what happens. So load, it went as save.game on the desktop. Let's load it. Okay, so we can see we're behind a waterway type thing. Looks like our distance traveled is 1. The distance to Independence is 1. So we've kind of gone back in time. The food left is the 1,000 that I specified. We can see that we have a ton of oxen, which is really the goal here for what we were going for. The idea is the more oxen you have, the faster you could go, just lowering the volume a little bit more. And so let's just get started. So we'll continue, and this will take us into Independence, the first city. And what we're going to do is we're just going to continue. We're not going to stop. We're not going to buy any food. We're just going to go as fast as we can with all of those oxen, and you can see we made it 50 or so distance inward miles pretty quickly, and we're already at the Kansas River crossing. It's 2 feet deep. We're going to ford that. Hopefully we don't drown. Let's see. It looks like at this point it's safe to say that we made it across. So now, okay, we're going to continue. And I have my hand on the enter key, just ready to hit enter for whatever comes up. Hopefully there's no real dialogue or anything. Okay, now let's continue. Another 2 feet across. We should be able to ford that. 1,087 pounds of food left. That's kind of interesting because I thought we had given 1,000 pounds of food to start. We should be eating, and it looks like the food that we actually have is going up, which isn't necessarily surprising. And by the way, I don't really care if people die or anything like that. I just want to get it to the end for this particular, pseudo speed run. But the food left is going up. That actually has to do with kind of a computer construct with the concept of a signed number versus an unsigned number. It's more than likely that particular aspect of computation is causing this to go in the wrong direction. But that's okay. Hey, I mean, we have extra food. The rations are pretty good here, and yeah, no, I can't quite complain. We're gonna let it keep going. We're gonna time out for a moment just so I could check on some things. It's a little interesting. For some reason, I can't quite click the rations button over here. I'm not really sure why. We can still see pace. Let's continue. So we've made decent progress already. We're probably... Well, B died. Oh well. We're probably about a third of the way through the game at this point. We haven't been playing that long, so that's pretty interesting. All 32,000 oxen are really helping out. Though I kind of wonder if A died. I kind of wonder maybe there's a certain point where the number of oxen maybe hurts the amount of distance you can go in a day. But then again, the game wasn't really made to handle this odd scenario that we've kind of put upon it, so I'm not going to take anything away. Well, C got sick and died. I wonder if the rations aren't actually high, even though it says it and I can't click it. I don't know how the heck D got lost. Well, that's unfair. Now how can he be suffering from exhaustion if he's lost? That's a little bit confusing. And now D is dead. Let's see what we have left. We just have me. We have... Well, it looks like the rations is empty. This might be because we had set it to 9, which is a number out of bounds. So let's see. Well, maybe he's just not getting any food or something along those lines. Well, let's see. Maybe we'll just make it through. It's always interesting to me that the last person remaining always has to be the leader. I don't think the leader can actually die. We might be able to make that happen using the game save editor, but pretty sure it's not a standard construct of the game for the leader to kick the bucket before people. And just like that, I'm now dead as well. That didn't really work out very well. Well, we tried, and I'll post a link to the game save, Python script. You'd need, I think it works with Python 2 and Python 3. It's up on GitHub so people can play with it. But it's definitely fun to mess with it and see what happens when you try to play this classic game. So, try to have a little fun with it. This is CSM10495. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.